So hello everyone and welcome back. As you can see, we are in the greenhouse today. My plan for this afternoon is I'm going to start planting up my chilli seeds ready for next year. Now what I'm going to plant them in, I'm going to use one of these big trays which has 84 cells and has its own capillary matting in the tray. And I'm going to use some of these rooting sponges. Let's just have a little look at one. So these, as you can see, are little plugs essentially that are made out of a spongy material. I've used them before and they've been really good. The only issue with them is they can dry out quite easily, but as long as I keep on top of watering with those in them capillary matting, we should be fine. So let's find out what chilli seeds I've got. Okay, so in terms of seeds, I've had a quick look and I've got loads of different varieties. So this is the one that is the main reason that I'm starting this early in the greenhouse grow room. This is the Carolina Reaper, currently the world's hottest chilli, but because of that they have a really long growing season. So if you start them off in sort of March, April time, they're really slow to get going, and you might find that by October, November they're still not ripe, which is why I'm starting now. I do have a big random pack of different seeds that I picked up over the years. So some are not that new. What have we got? We've got habaneros, padron, chocolate habaneros, Thai hot chilies, some white jolokia, some Naga Viper. It's not helpful, I've not written on that what that one is. We've got some old Carolina Reapers. So the ones in that little pack that I've got are ones that I've saved from dried Carolina Reaper chilies from Tesco's. We've got some yellow Scotch bonnets, some radish rat tails, which look like chilies, but they're actually, I think they're more a type of radish. Serrano, red hot cherry, Satan's Kiss, I've never had that one before. Poblano, some Trinidad Scorpions. I think these are ones that I saved from something. I've got some Serenade. These were the wedding favours at my wedding, so we've got a few of those. More Thai hot, some Hungarian hot wax, lemon drop, which are really nice. Mustard habaneros, again another random bag. A mystery hot mix, jalapenos, Pastello Baggio, Trinidad Scorpion, Peruvian Purple, 7-pot, Moruga Scorpions, Komodo Dragon, more Thai hot, Krakatoa. I'm assuming those are Naga Whites maybe. Tabascos. So those are all just the non-commercially packaged seeds that I've got. I'll drop the pack on the floor. But I do also have a big selection of kind of shop bought pre-packed ones. There. So again, we've got loads of different ones. So going through those, we've got these, which I think are all like Italian type ones, but a lot of variety of different ones. Bishop's Crown I think look quite cool. They kind of almost look like little hats. We've got some lots of different coloured ones here. Some Naga Morich, which are supposed to be really hot chilies. Some white habaneros as well, which I'm quite eager to try. And then from the other brands, we've got a load of Sutton's ones. F1 Vampires, Hot Cayenne, which is a really easy one. We've got some sweet peppers as well. And then just a big general selection of different types really. So that's enough of me showing you what I'm gonna grow. Let's see how I'm gonna grow. So I'm just gonna start preparing the tray, ready to get these planted. Right, so as you can see, this is a tray that I've used before. I've got my numbers marked along here. So what I'll do is each row I'll do with a different type of chilli plant. and I'll record which is in each row. So all I'm going to do is very easily with these trays is just pop these in. And there we go, that is 84 of those little rooting sponges across that tray. So the thing to do next is obviously get planting. So the first one that I'm going to do is going to be the Carolina Reaper. Because these are save seeds and I've got quite a few of them, I am going to put 2 in each of the plugs. The important thing for me to do as well is, as I'm putting them in here, is to actually record what I'm putting in which row on here, because otherwise I'm going to have a load of chili plants that until they're actually all formed I'm not going to have a clue what they are, and even then, to be honest, I would struggle with some of them because some of them do look quite similar. Right, so I'm sure some of you have seen my system before, but I have a little book here, my little gardening journal, that what I essentially do is on a page I mark out which tray it is and then do a number for each type of chili that I've got, which will correspond to the tray that I've got down here. So first one of those is going to be Carolina Reaper. So let's get planting. So there we go, there's the seeds for the Carolina Reaper, and all I'm going to do with these sponges is I'm just going to drop a couple in the pre-drilled holes in them. And what I can do is at a later date I can just thin them out if we get both germinate. And we'll pick the strongest seedling when they do grow. And some of them do have quite small holes on these sponges. All I'm going to do in a moment is just push them down into the holes. So all I'm going to do, just with a screwdriver, is just pop them down into the hole a little bit. They don't need to be very deep. And what they do suggest is that you break the corner off of these sponges and use that to cover the hole up. Now, I have found in the past that sometimes they either struggle to get past the bit of sponge, or what they'll do is they'll just push the bit of sponge out of the way. So I tend to just push them down enough so that they're in contact all over and not, you know, like right out in the light. And it does also then help, I find it stops the seeds from rotting as well. And sometimes if they're trapped under the kind of spongy cap, they obviously get stuck in there with moisture and then rot, whereas this, it gives them a bit of ventilation. Right, so that's the first lot done. I'm going to start getting on with doing a few more. So there we go, that is all of the seeds that I'm going to plant for now in their sponges. As I say, for now, this is just be the first lot of chilies I do. I'll probably start some others a bit later on. These are all the kind of what you would class as super hot chilies. These are the ones that take longest to germinate and to have a longer growing cycle, so they take a lot longer to actually have ripe fruits. Some of the more mild chilies, which I plant a bit later, things like serrano, jalapeno, that sort of thing, you can afford to plant them a little bit later. But I want to see how these get on firstly in the greenhouse grow room. So let's get them in there. Okay, so I'll pop that open. As you can see, at the moment the light's off, just because when I open it, it's blinding if you kind of happen to look at the light, and obviously it's reflecting outwards as well. So I'm going to get these in here. I still haven't got around to upgrading the insulation in here. That'll be something for me to do in the near future. But I wanted to get these chilies started off as soon as I can. So let's get the tray up. Okay, there we go. So there we go, the light should do these quite nicely. Temperature in there at the moment is 15.3, so it's quite a warm temperature. Once I get the lights on, it will warm up a little bit more, and I'm going to set the temperature to about 20 degrees for the first few weeks, just to get these germinating as quickly as I can. And there we go. I just had to cut to go onto my app to turn on the lights in here, but as you can see, it's pretty bright. So all I need to do now is put some water into this tray, close this door up, and then we're away. And there we go, that is the first tray of chili plants planted. So that's all my super hots planted, ready for next year's growing season. So the ones that we have planted today, we've got the Carolina Reaper, the Jigsaw, Naga Viper, Naga White, Satan's Kiss, Yellow 7-Pot, Red Hot Cherry, Naga Marich, White Habanero, Chocolate Habanero, Trinidad Moruga Scorpion, and another variety of Trinidad Scorpion as well. So we've got a nice variety there of super hot chilies. Do tune into later videos and you'll be able to see the progress of these. Hopefully if I turn the temperature up, we should get some germination within the next couple of weeks, which will be really good. I'll probably end up with more chilies, well hopefully end up with more chilies than I can, you know, manage. And what I'll do is I'll probably give some away, and may well offer some up as a little competition later into next year. So thank you for watching. I'll put links to the rooting sponges in the description if you want to have a little look at those. I think they're really good, and like I say, they do dry out a little bit, but as long as you can keep on top of the watering, they are a really, really useful planting tool. And particularly when you go to pop them onto other things, you don't have to worry about soil breaking up because they will come out as one. So that's it for today. So please do like, comment, and if you feel like it, do subscribe as well. I hopefully will be putting up more videos in the near future. So thank you for watching, take care, happy allotmenting.